I have a question now. If you don't want to answer it, that's perfectly fine. But you hear the criticisms of AEW and their lack of storytelling, and the way that most people transition from WWE to AEW, they're not really as successful as we would picture them to be. Is that something that sways your mind if AEW were to call you to join their roster, or is that just some shit that fans make up and now everybody's feeding off of?
I think I think that there's such a range of thought on all sides of professional wrestling that I really didn't see a lot of until these past couple weeks, because I'm really getting the full treatment of feeling kind of both sides. Because for a long time, most of the sort of feedback and the people that I saw the most were very supportive of me as an entity, as a WWE entity, and they were mostly unsupportive of AEW in its existence. There was a little bit of variety in there. You would see some stuff pop up every so often, but for the most part, that's kind of how people reacted to me and my online presence or whatever uh, version of me they're the most used to. Now that I've uh, departed from WWE and I have been completely upfront and honest about my time there and some of the difficulties that I've had. I've been I've found the other side of that coin very quickly, of the people who just want to trash me and say, "Get this guy out of here. He was never a star to begin with. This guy's a bum. He belongs with the other." And vice versa. I've also found the people who are, "Hey, this guy was backstage at Forbidden Door. He's friends with these guys. We'd love to see what he has to offer there." So now I'm getting the full spectrum of, okay, there's supporters and there's haters on this side, and there's supporters and there's haters on this side, and they are all very vocal
Yeah.
when there's a dissension or a decision to be made or whatever. So, you take all of it with a grain of salt. Personally, my opinion, this has always been my opinion. You'll never find a piece of footage that says otherwise. I've always thought the storytelling in both companies can be hit or miss, right?
Mhm.
That's just the reality of it. Some stuff's really good, some stuff's really bad. I thought for example, I tweeted this out a couple days ago. I told Tony in person, and last night was affirmation of this. I think the Tony Storm stuff on AEW is the greatest television I've ever seen in my fucking life. It's
Thank
it's
you.
so
Thank you
it's
so much for
so
saying that.
entertaining. It's so tremendous. She's so talented. The stuff with Mariah May and the
And that
blood
heel
race,
turn that she
the
did
and
instantly as she got that belt was
Mhm.
just chef's
the
kiss.
story arc that has happened throughout the past 6 or 8 months or however long this pairing has been together, to me is just absolutely brilliant, right? That being said, I can pick out plenty of stuff from WWE that's tremendous, and I can pick out plenty of stuff from WWE that I didn't think was tremendous. I was in a lot of it. So 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 a and AEW, same thing. So it's all a mixed bag, right?
Yeah.
There's excellent wrestling on both sides. There's okay wrestling on both sides. There's excellent storytelling on both sides. There's okay storytelling on both sides. It's a varying levels of, and that's just part of it, right? Like not everything's going to be excellent. And also keep in mind that all of this is subjective, right? So what's great to me might be shit to someone else.
Mhm.
What's really good wrestling to me might be really awful wrestling to someone else, and vice versa.